tried once.
If you want to understand Brexit,
it was
and
it
what
was in
happened last
response
night,
to
Britain's
some
relationship
really
with the EU, the
dumbass
whole
video
thing.
that pissed me
Stop.
off.
Don't think
But
about
I just
that
couldn't
stuff.
figure
It's
it
not really
out, so
about that.
I kept
This
messing
is
up.
a
So you know
global
what? Fuck this.
phenomenon.
I'm
This
not
is a
that
revolt
bad.
against technocracy and elites telling everybody else what to do. At the end of the day, for the past 20 years, 80% of the people have been told 80% of the time by the top 20% what to do, what to think, and what's good for them. Guess what? They've figured it out. The 20% needs to listen, because if they don't, they're going to find something out. The Hamptons is not a defensible position.
Mom just texted me. You know, later.
What's up, people? This is me, Crimson, and I am here with Rico Rants. And let me just go ahead and put this. I want to say thank you. Which one did I have it under? Did I have it under this one? I think I had it under this one. I don't know. Anyway, guys, what's going on, people? I am here, and you keep using the word. This is why. This is a half-ass show. Because of this shit right here. What's going on, people? And it's not coming up still. Anyway, we was talking, and let me introduce Rico Rants to those of you guys who don't know who he is. I recently, as you guys know, I actually watched our content creator, Vosh, and a lot of things I agree, things I don't agree with them. And I see that there was a recent conversation going on about how the left doesn't address man's issues. And quite frankly, I think that this is something where we definitely need to address. Now, I have an individual who did bring up some cogent points and didn't necessarily agree. And I just thought that I wanted to talk to him about how the left isn't addressing man's problems in a way that is, let's just say, beneficial to everyone. So, Rico, tell us about yourself. Tell us about your channel. Please shield for me. I see you've been doing this for a while. Can you shield for me?
I'm sure. So, my name is Rico Baker, but I go by I just tell people to call me Rico. And it's funny how I came up with Rico Rants. I didn't come up with it. A friend of mine did, because I was trying to think of a YouTube channel name and I couldn't think of one. And she was like, "What about Rico Rants? Because you're always ranting about stuff." And I'm like, "That is actually fucking brilliant." So then I just started making. If you look at my channel, you'll find the old videos. Most of my videos are just me ranting about a particular topic or such. And then eventually I started doing streaming while ranting or talking to somebody. And then eventually I started focusing more about just talking to people. But what I talk about broadly is, politics, society, culture, sex, relationships, you name it, I talk about it. Because I'm a pretty, open-minded guy, and I'm pretty good about, I'm pretty well versed in many things. I wouldn't say I'm an expert in anything, but I'm well versed enough that I can talk about just about anything, except for football. Just like I told Vosh, I can't talk football. Don't ask me anything about football.
You know what stopped me from watching football?
What's that?
I'm a Chicago Bears fan, right?
Right.
So what had happened was I saw a wide receiver do a catch. And he got hit with the catch. And with him getting hit, his heels touched the back of his helmet.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would make you stop watching football.
That'll do it. That'll do it. Oh my God.
He was able to walk again, but he broke his back.
Yeah. He definitely broke his back. He got folded like a lawn chair. Holy shit.
And you know who the fridge is, right? From the 85 Bears?
No, but let's pretend I do.
All right. So the Chicago Bears in 85 went to the Super Bowl.
Right.
And you know how former, football players, they do broadcasting.
They become broadcasters or coaches, one or the other.
So one season after he do post game lives, he would talk like this, and then the next season he came back and start talking.
No, the mental degradation started happening.
It was a season. So I was like, yeah, I don't think I can watch football no more.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll definitely spoil it for you. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm glad they're finally starting to at least recognize what all these concussions do to people, but still, I think it's too little, too late. I mean, too many people are fucked, and yeah, it's.
And you know what? That actually brings me to a point that I want to talk about just today.
Hit me.
So, I am of the opinion that the left doesn't know how to talk to certain type of guys.
Right.
And think about it. How many guys that you know growing up, in your 20s or 30s, that weren't the oppressive guys, but they were definitely masculine?
Definitely, yeah. I knew a few. My best friend Jay, my best friend Trevor, definitely masculine guys, but they were also big ass nerds. Like, but this is before, obviously, being a nerd stopped being seen as not masculine, or yeah. But at least to me, they were more masculine than me. They were tougher than me for sure.
But they weren't the assholes.
No, God, no. These two have always been like. I mean, Trevor was crazy, but not an asshole. He was erratic, but not an asshole. Jay was smooth as silk, but again, the people loved him, women loved him, but he was never an asshole. You know what I mean? And I asked him about that once, and he's just like, he in his typical Jay smooth talking way, he's like, I don't know, man. I'm just chilling. I just be talking, and it happens. I'm like, okay, that totally answers my question. But yeah, I the only assholes I would say I knew would be my oldest brother, but that's about it.
And so this is my big concern, and this is one of the things. I am somebody who finds myself in a weird crossroad, especially being on the left.
Right.
One of the main reasons I wanted to reach out to you is because in a similar topic, I definitely enjoyed your video about how whiteness isn't a weapon that's used against people of color, black people, Hispanic people. It's also used against other white people. And I think we on the left kind of have an issue where some of our most vocal critics are what I like to call theater kids. And no disrespect to theater kids. My daughter is a theater kid, but they're the group of people who may have been the target of bullies. And, you know, the culture that we have when they went online, because remember, online culture is not that old, they found a group like them. And they were able to get the outcasts were able to get together and form their own social group. And I think that's a lot of a problem that we get on the left, especially with the people who are using leftists as an aesthetic, or people who say, no, these people can't be part of the group that we're in. And I don't know, it just seems like
they've become very insular because of their own past issues. Is basically what you're saying. You know what I mean? Now they're excluding people because of how they were excluded.
And
just in different contexts.
Exactly. And I think it's a detriment. I think it's a detriment to us trying to get the movement going, because I don't know about you. I want to win. Like Ichigo told motherfucking old man Zangetsu, I want to win. I don't just live in this system that we have. I want to conquer it. I want to win. I want to make sure more people are on our side. pushing for the well-being of others, not just, well, I'm ideologically pure.
Yeah. And side note, I love that you love Bleach too. Just an aside, I'm glad you are a fan as well. I too am a man of culture. But on that note, yeah, and we on the left are going to be working from because we effectively want to upend the system to completely transform it or get rid of it entirely. And there's too many financial incentives, personal financial incentives to not do that. And the powers that be aren't going to endorse people who want to basically strip them of their money or make it so they can't make all the money. They're never going to endorse a system where they can't make all the money. That's why you see this big difference between, say, us and like Steven Crowder. I don't know if you saw the recent thing with him being offered $50 million fucking dollars.
You mean that wage slavery? How
dare that $50 million wage slavery? I'll be a wage slave for $50 million fucking dollars. But sure, whatever. Over 4 years. Just 4 years.
Wait. You forget. He was mad because they're censoring him. Motherfucker, you knew you wasn't gonna make that contract. That's what his biggest thing is. He knew he wasn't he was gonna get censored. He knew he was gonna get kicked off. He knew he would. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That's why he did this whole thing. He was like, I need to just branch out on my own and try to take some of their viewers and make my own big conservative competitor. Because along with them, yeah, they will censor him, and if he doesn't accept being censored, he will get fired. He will lose the money. Basically, that contract was impossible for him to ever uphold. But I digress. My point being is we're working from better. It's not that we can't win. It's an uphill battle because we're working from behind the lines. We're dealing with people who have an obscene amount of fucking money to throw around to signal boost all their guys, to put all their people out on every airwave to ensure that you hear them first and foremost, that people hear them first and foremost, louder than anybody. You know what I mean? And this, because it's not that their message is particularly good. It's not.
Exactly.
It's just they have again, really got to stress this, and I try to stress it everybody, they have an obscene amount of fucking money. An obscene amount. We don't have that. There is no one coming to any leftist saying we will pay you $50 million to keep doing what you do.
Exactly.
And that is why we will be working back. We're working from behind the curve. You know what I mean? It is an uphill battle. Not impossible. We can win for sure. We can, but that does require us to fight better. And which goes to your point, it requires us to be less insular, to be led to not be the purest leftist in the bunch, to not be so fixated on that, but instead to focus on actually movement building.
What causes the most problems? Yeah.
1 second, I'm gonna head upstairs. No, I'll go upstairs. I figured you did.
Yeah.
Oh. Yep, we'll do. Sorry.
No worries.
I'm going to my office. I like being in my living room, chilling in there, but my mom is home from work on her lunch break, so she wants to be in the living room and be loud and do her thing.
You know what? I turned every living room that I have into my personal office.
Right?
It's
hard not to.
Which is always a fun thing because I have my 2 monitors right here. I have my bigger TV right here with the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 3 hooked up, PlayStation 4 in the bedroom. Now, we're not going to talk about why the PlayStation 4 in the bedroom with the camera. We're not going to have that conversation. But I totally get it.
Yeah. I'm glad you understand. But my point remains the same, is that And it's a run, and that's why I was critical of Vosh, and why what I was saying to him was, at least what it appeared to me to be, just another flavor of more lefty infighting, because it just, I don't know if you've noticed, but it seems really popular on the left to trash the left, for a leftist to trash the left in some way, to be overly critical of the left, or to blame the left for something that is totally not our fucking fault. But it's just a thing so many do, because on the left, because everybody wants to be the best leftist. Everyone wants to be the better leftist. So if you go and trash one leftist, a lot of them, like a bunch of fucking lemmings, will join along and be like, yeah, fuck that guy, because I don't like that guy, because I don't want to be associated with that guy, because being associated with him is bad, and bad is bad, and I'm not bad. I'm a good leftist. And there's so much of that.
One of my biggest problems is that, one of the things that I know affects him is that he looks like the people that some of the guys.
He does look. He does look exactly like what you typically see perceived to be an incel or or misogynist or whatever. He does look the part. And what especially doesn't help is that he has a not so good reputation, which is another other point I was saying to him. I'm just like, how much of the left being bad is just of your hate followers?
Yeah. I will say this though. Some of the people that has issues with him, like, I will say this, I've known some of the people that has issues with him, and the whole thing with the tech DMs over the last few months ago, that was messy. That didn't have to spiral the way it did. But some other people, I've watched their content and I know who they are, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna get into those names because it would actually show. The only one that I will get into that I know I have an open personal disagreement with, I don't know if you ever heard of the content creator FD Signifier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have an open disdain for that man.
Okay.
Simply put, and I'll be very honest, I don't like some of the messages that somebody like that puts out of, well, white leftists don't understand. Wait, we supposed to be leftists. We supposed to be together.
No, I know what you're talking about. And then I brought this up to Wash before, and I made a tweet thread about this a long while back. But there is a almost casual disdain for white people among the left, even among white leftists.
Yeah.
That is just, it's fucking weird to me to watch. A lot of black, not just black, just any non-white leftist gets away with it, but to see white leftists doing it too, again, it's all really fucking weird. It's all weird to me.
To me, it's one of those things, and I get disappointed with a lot of people that get signal boosted, especially the people of color, because they get played into that whole, well, white people bad this, and then people buy into it. Somebody I used to follow a while ago, I don't know if you heard of T1J, but he made a video where he said, well, Bernie used the whole I had a black friend. It's like, no, Bernie has talked about being a civil rights activist for years, and it's just like, one of the things that I hate about the way white leftists are treated in some circles is some of our most prominent leftist activists was like, come on, we got to stop this. I did a video a couple years back about Dr. King. And I don't know if you heard of the Drum Major Instinct speech that he did.
So no, that's new to me.
It was a story that he told. And the story that he told recently, it just started off, he was in jail after he'd been arrested. And, they start circling in, and I'm not a religious man, but it reminds me of Paul converting all of the guards that were with him. So he used this as a stepping stone. So he's talking to one of the one of the officers, and he finally got him to break down. He's like, "What are you making?" And the officer told King what he was making, and King says, "No, you should be on our side. Your kids are going to the same messed up schools that our kids are going to. You're getting the same crappy pay that we're getting. You should be on our sides." Another story. I live in Chicago, and this is one of those things where if you are a leftist that is from Chicago, you should know Fred Hampton.
Oh, I know Fred Hampton. I know where you're going with this. With his famous line about like you can't beat racism with more racism. And he's the fact that he was a big advocate of us working together, you know, alongside our white allies and whatnot, and not excluding them, not excluding white people just because, you know, they're on our side, but they can't be on our side because, you know, they're white. And I'm the same thing. You know, we need all the allies we can fucking get. So what the fuck is this insular bullshit or constantly putting down white people in our own community? Again, white people do it too. And I just wonder, like, we want to build a movement, and you can't do that by either kicking people out or making them feel like shit for not being good enough allies or whatever.
The fact that we have the National School Breakfast and Lunch Program from the legacy of somebody that the government assassinated.
Yeah.
Lets us know that maybe we shouldn't try to segregate ourselves to fight the battle. Maybe the fact that it's more of us, the 99%, than it is of the 10 or the 1% or the 1.1% of that.
Well, it's more like 60% of us. You gotta consider like at least or maximum 30% or of the dumbass conservatives and shit. You know what I mean? Like they are securely brainwashed, and the rich realize that's the block that they need. They don't need the whole country. They just need enough of them, and 30% turned out to be more than enough.
This is true. So, what do you think we should do about it?
Well, I definitely say you see any of these types of segregation but woke type leftists and such stirring up trouble, put a foot in their ass. So like flat and point and simple. I will call out clearly bad faith acting leftists, non-white people or otherwise, without a moment's hesitation. I highly recommend everybody else do the same. You can sniff these motherfuckers out real easy because they speak in the most high and mighty way possible, but with the veneer of leftist like woke language. You know what I mean? They're very good at that, and they'll definitely play their identity card if you criticize them. Do you know these types? Because like with me, if you're gonna criticize me, you can criticize me for just about anything. I don't give a shit. Me being black ain't got nothing to do with it, and so I'm not gonna bring it up. But these types love to bring it up. How dare you insult a black trans woman? I'm like, what does her being black and a trans to do with the fact that what she said was stupid? you know what I mean?
Oh, look. To be fair, I've pissed off a lot of big people. I don't know if you ever heard of Gothics, but like
Oh God.
You know what?
Gothics.
Look. When I had like 600 subscribers, I like made a few videos about her, and she got so thin-skinned that she DM'd me like, "Are you tired of making money off of me? Like a fly on my ass?" I was like, and she leaked part of the DMs, right? So I leaked them all. I was like, "You want to fuck with me? Here's all the DMs."
All right, heads up on her. I mean, you figured out that bitch is crazy. All right, she is fucking nuts. She is thin-skinned as they come. And yeah, she name searches and everything. She's nuts.
No,
she is nuts.
What got me was this, right? So, you know how she had her name changed to the problematic grifter?
Oh my God!
I caused that shit. I caused that shit.
There you go. Again, because shit get to her. She try to act like nothing does, but shit gets to her easily. And she is fucking nuts. My interaction with her is much the same, except for to that extent. I never made a video on her, and she never DM'd me. But the few interactions I've had with her, that bitch is fucking nuts. You, Jesus. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying, and we got some work to do. I would say some other solutions. I would say is I don't know if anyone's ever considered this, but maybe like fundraising, so to buy up some ad space. You know what I mean? To push leftist causes and or beliefs, or buy us fundraise for some radio ad space, talk radio ad space or whatever. Things to get our voices out there more, because the problem is we're being out advertised. We really are.
You know what the sad part about it is? You know, some of the people that are making headways to try to pull this country, not as far as we want, but people that would be considered liberals.
Right.
We criticize them on the left, like they don't go far enough. But they're making headway where we're not as much as we need to.
We get laughed at. Are you kidding me? We don't get taken nearly as seriously as we should, but that's because a lot of people on the left aren't very serious people. They're not themselves. You know what I mean? Like liberals know how to play the game. They could, and unfortunately, the game requires compromise, and many on the left are just not willing to do that at all.
What word did you just say?
Compromise.
I'm sorry. That's a dirty word. We're on YouTube, sir.
Oh yeah. No, compromise is a scary word to a lot of leftists. How dare you? Who are you willing to compromise? Who are you willing to sacrifice? For me, the answer is, hey, bro, whoever it takes, I guess, because we're working in a system that we want to dismantle a system that has no incentive to dismantle itself. They have every incentive to prevent any progressive change in every way, shape, and form, my dude. They used to assassinate people. They still do, but in other countries. It's not popular to do that here in America anymore. But they used to do that all the time.
Openly.
Anymore. Yeah. Openly. They used to openly assassinate motherfuckers. The government used to do that. You know what I mean?
No, the FBI just gave money to the local police
and local police take care of the business. You know what I mean? Exactly. Take care of the local activists. You know what I mean? It's the same. Again, the system has a lot of what's the word I'm looking for?
Resiliency.
White blood. A lot of white blood cells that are specifically designed to kill leftists. You know what I mean? Conservatives don't challenge the system. That's why it's always funny to me when conservatives talking about how the government's going to try to kill them. Man, the government ain't going to fuck with y'all. Y'all love the system. You dumb fucks. Y'all love it. It loves you.
Wait, you telling me the people that openly say the government is bad, they get in the government and use to make the government worse?
Absolutely.
Next thing you're going to tell me that somebody who is a complete liar, that lied about their name, lied about a veteran's dog,
my god,
that was a drag queen, got elected to a Republican got elected as a Republican in the New York district.
Bro, George Santos shit is fucking wild.
Anthony DeValver.
What? Yeah, what the hell is going? Every time I look into it, it's some fresh new hell. What? How can someone which proved my theory a long time ago? Like literally anybody can become a Republican. Literally anybody. It does. They have their lack of vetting standards is why shit like this happens.
No. What's the problem is that, and I watched TYT. It's like, how come the Democrats didn't do this? How come the mainstream media didn't verify him? Shit, how come the Republicans didn't verify him?
How come the Republicans? We expect so little of the Republicans that we don't even blame them anymore. when shit like this happens.
And I get like, okay, so a few years ago with Christian, Clueless Cinema, and I say Clueless as in the movie, but or Legally Blonde Cinema did the whole against the $15 minimum wage. Yeah, she was a no vote, but there was 50 other Republican no votes as well. And
again, we expect nothing from the Republicans. We expect them to just do the one. So that's why it's so easy to focus on the few good people or whoever who do something bad than it is to look at the Republicans and just be like, oh, this is just another day for them.
I think if we shame them more, or if
you can't shame people. You can't shame people who are incapable of shame. These motherfuckers have proven time and time again there is nothing you can make them feel ashamed about. Nothing. They're devoid of it. The only thing you can do is dig up some dirt on them that's hopefully bad enough that other Republicans turn on them. But even then, that's a shot in the dark.
Yeah, the only time it'll happen if you start telling people that they have cocaine-fueled orgies, then they turn on them.
Okay, how dare you just spill the beans about our cocaine-fueled orgies? How dare you? You gotta go, kid. And he disappeared. Like, he took whatever money he had and he just fucking disappeared. He's gone. Madison Cawthorn doesn't fucking exist anymore. So, yeah, funny how that works. Mans gets into Congress, as a Republican, loses his wife, loses his seat, and then disappears.
I mean, like,
he's good. Hell of a 2-year career.
I mean, like, look at yeah, as long as you don't point out a Republican doing some bad things, like look at the alleged what happened with Lauren Boebert, how she was allegedly a working woman that met Ted Cruz. Now that should have just disqualified her. Not that she was a working woman, but that she may have serviced Ted Cruz. The only thing that's supposed to fuck Ted Cruz's life.
Oh my God. Yeah, the only thing that should be fucking Ted Cruz's life, no doubt. Because oh God. You couldn't pay me enough to touch Ted Cruz. I couldn't even pretend to like that guy. He is so, and I love, my favorite thing about Ted Cruz is how he is notoriously hated by everybody. Like, he's known for being hated by everybody, including Republicans. Like, Republicans can't stand him. I remember one prominent Republican, I can't remember his fucking name, but an article I read when he was interviewed about Ted Cruz, he said Ted Cruz is one of the most miserable sons of bitches he's ever worked for or worked with in his life. He hated him.
That may have been Mitch McConnell.
No, it wasn't Mitch McConnell. It was somebody else. He's no longer in politics, but it was somebody else. And he said he fucking hated Ted Cruz. And he said not just me, everybody hates Ted Cruz. He fucking sucks. So that's good to know. I don't know why. That just makes me feel warm and fuzzy whenever I think about that. Whenever I see Ted Cruz put out a try-hard tweet about trying to be funny or cool or whatever, I just remember, everybody hates you.
There was everybody. A video that his daughter put out was like, no, Dad, stop. No, stop.
Yeah.
But
your own family hates you, bro.
We do know he loves him some incest porn.
Oh. Gross. That man is a gross weirdo. And would the world be better off without him in Congress? Like, I don't know how he keeps getting. Well, we know how he's getting elected, but you get my point. I'm like, bro, you gotta go, man. Everyone hates you, and he persists. I think he gets off on the hatred. I think he gets off on it. I think it fuels that man. He has a hate and shame fetish. He loves when people dunk on him and tell him he can't stand them.
Wow.
Ugh.
Wow.
But back to the left is we've covered basically, the insular nature of the left. We've covered the very prominent anti-white sentiment. We've covered how we're at a disadvantage because of lack of funding compared to the right. Again, ain't no billionaires coming to us offering $50 million fucking dollars. I swear to God, if anyone ever comes to me offering me $50 million, I will turn on you all so fast. I will turn on every last one of you motherfuckers so fast.
Just be better than Jimmy Dore.
I'll be better than him, that's for sure. But I want y'all to know that if I accepted it, I'm going to use it to help people. But I just know I'm just playing a character. Just don't take it personally. I'm playing a character. But no, I will not turn down 50 million.
Wait. Keep in mind that's how Candace Owens got started. Just playing a character. Yeah. Because remember, she I mean, like,
she's still playing a character. That girl is a sociopath. She knows the game. She knows the game.
I do like how she teared into Cold Feet Crowder though. He's like, that's bitch move. Like, you little bitch.
Oh yeah, she ripped him. I was rooting for her. I was like, damn girl, fucking you can get him, girl. Call that man a pussy, call him a bitch. God damn.
It's like that was a dick move. You can edit that out. It's like she went back to Oklahoma on that ass. Like, yeah.
Nah, I don't think she ever liked him. I don't think the way she talked about him, I don't think she ever liked him.
I mean, she did say that he was rude to her, and I wouldn't put it past him because he's a virulent racist.
Yeah.
The throwing in he acted like a child actor is like a fucking knife to talk about how he was a petulant child actor from Arthur. Oh God, how the fuck is he Brain? How the fuck was he the voice of Brain?
Probably likely his daddy, because if you know anything about him and his dad is the one who pulls most of the strings about all his media type gigs. So it's probably that's likely his dad who had played a role in that.
So he's gonna be just the next Tucker Carlson, basically.
No.
God, because remember Tucker Carlson's dad was
right. I see what you're saying.
He was a dick.
Yeah, no, so long as he got a rich daddy that handles all of his media gigs and puts in puts the screws in people to get him these gigs, yeah, he'll be like Tucker Carlson. Because they both got rich daddies who are the very reason that they got their media gigs to begin with.
So yeah. Anyway, I didn't have any other plans besides the conversation. Like I said, I really enjoyed the video because I think a lot of leftists too. How do I say this? All right, let me use an example. So a while ago, years ago, I used to follow Destiny till I realized a lot of his politics were out of spite. Whenever he got angry,
God, that man is a spiteful motherfucker.
He changed the way. And I think a lot of leftists, they're not on the left because, hey, I evaluated my beliefs. It's like, no, I'm mad at this person. And let's just look at the demographic. A lot of black people don't vote Democrat because they believe in the democratic values. They believe Republicans are just racist. And
it's a spite voting, and Republicans definitely don't understand that. And most of it is spite.
And I'm sorry, spite can only get us so far.
Exactly.
I just hate this. Can only get you so far. I mean, like, yes, it sounds noble. I want people to live happy lives. But do you really? I come from a community, the reason why I started on YouTube, because I came from a community of people who used to dunk on flat earthers. And it kind of branched off into certain little lows cows that you can sit back and make fun of. And even some of the most vilest people that are Lowe's cows, I still want them to have enough food for them to survive off of. A home. Motherfucking, shit, maybe this is my dark, twisted heart. I would even want them to make a career off of YouTube. The only thing is they can't block people and they have to let the comments ride as long as they're not racist. But that's my black twisted heart. Everybody enjoys watching a train wreck. But I still want the best from them, even though they're virulent racists and they just think, fuck these people.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't have that. People that they don't like, they want to disappear or shut up. And it's like, don't you get that's what everybody else wants from you because they don't like you because of who you are?
We need to be more than just spite, and we need to be better to each other and people in general, for sure. I ain't no two ways about it. Because, yeah, no, like I said, I liked Destiny until you saw a bunch of shit. He started just fighting with people all the time, and I ain't about that. I'm not looking for fights. I'm looking to win. But I'm not looking for fights all the time. All the fucking time. I'll pick my battles. But I'm not trying to fight them all. That's a losing battle. You'll just drive you crazy. Oh, and a side note. Did you hear about Destiny fucking one of his girlfriends? His fans' girlfriends?
Wait. You have to be a little bit more specific about that.
Where was that? Which one was it? And it's even recorded on video. I remember I watched it. It's all uploaded to YouTube. You can hear it in the background and everything. And I'm just like the lead up to it, and then in the background, and the fan is just kind of like sitting there awkwardly talking to the camera guy about it and such, about what's going on and all that jazz. I'll never forget. This is a side. I was just like, please, if you ever get big, brother, please don't fuck your fans' girlfriends. Please don't do that.
See, here's my biggest issue. Like, I think, like, for myself, I actually want to grow my platform to where it becomes sustainable and I can make a living off of it, make commentary. I just got to get off my ass and do more content. But after doing a customer service job for 8 hours and staring at the screen, sometimes I don't want to
you don't want to look at a screen anymore.
But
I feel you.
My thing is, like, yeah, like, it'd feel good to have some fame, but it's not the fucking reason why I do it. Now, to bloviate, to give my fucking opinion, to show how I'm always fucking right, that's why I do it.
Amen, brother. Damn right. Because we're right, you're all wrong, and you gotta fucking hear it. But yeah, I get you.
And the sad part about it is, I'm not even a monogamous person, but I just can't see myself getting fame just to sleep with a bunch of women. And that's the sad part about with
Destiny did
to the whole, lonely man type thing.
Yeah.
As much as, like, and I get the hate comments, oh, you fat, you out of shape. But I spend time with women that choose to spend time with me, whatever activities we do, because I treat them as people, and I don't see them as the only thing that I want from them is companionship.
Yeah,
now,
you don't treat them and see them as a commodity and nothing else.
When you treat people as people, when you talk to them as just like they're an interest to you more than just a living flesh, like, they tend to want to be around you. Sometimes like you, sometimes screw you, sometimes just like being around you. And I don't think we teach that to many young men that, to be very honest with you, would save me from being angry as a young man. It's just like, oh, hey, I have a lot of female friends when I was 12 and 13, and yeah, I learned some tricks of how to treat them and talk to them, but it was like simple stuff like, don't lead with, can I see your titties? Or don't lead with, like...
A lot of guys do shit like that. It's a surprising amount, and it's really stupid.
I mean, the sad part about it is, one thing that I learned a long time ago. Why would you slut shame women? Somebody that's dishonest, somebody who lies and cheats, that's a conversation. But somebody who likes to touch other people in a consensual way,
I'll never understand slut shaming at all because I'm like, y'all motherfuckers want sluts. You want to have sex. Why are you shaming somebody else for doing the thing you want to do anyways? You do in a heartbeat if you could.
If I want somebody to drive my Indy 500 car, I don't want somebody with a learner's permit. I want a professional. But that's just me. I don't know. I mean, like, I know really just plays into insecurities because a lot of them think, well, if they've had experience, then I may not be good. But the ones that had experience, that you tell that you don't have much experience, they say, okay, let me teach you. Let me show you. This is what I like. And then they help you be better. But again, it's the going into the men need to control everything. The one person that I need to control, and I say this to everybody, the one person that I ever desire to control is myself. That's the one thing that I need to control.
That's the main thing you need to be in control of. And sorry, my wife just texted me that her hair caught on fire. I hate women and the shit they do with their hair. That shit seems dangerous. She's alive. She's okay. It's just I don't envy women. Y'all do some shit to get y'all hair right. Y'all put yourselves in mortal danger.
Side note, hanging out with my cousin when I was a teenager. We were all hanging around his friend's house. And friend of his was standing behind his sister's hair, flicking, and she had a fanned out ponytail. He was flicking a match. He was flicking a lighter, because he wasn't thinking. She wasn't that close to him. He flicked it. It sparked. He clapped it out, and we all stand around, and all of us start laughing. And she's like, "Wait, what are y'all laughing about?" And she did one of these. And she's like, "I'm telling mama."
Damn. So you don't fuck with it. Well, hair is combustible. You gotta watch out for that.
Oh God. But that's just a side.
Oh, holy shit. Yeah. But brother, you got anything else for me?
He clapped it out too. Clapped it out quick as hell. But she lost about that much of her hair. And it was
and that shit was gone. Damn.
Oh God. That was the funniest thing I ever seen.
Damn, son. Yeah, I'm gonna go check on my wife. But you got anything else for me, brother?
No, man. It was great having a conversation with you. If you want to have a conversation, reach out. It's been an hour. Thank you for reaching for hitting me back. And
of course.
Yeah. Look forward to seeing more videos. Look forward to talking to you again. All right.
Keep in touch. All right. You know where to find me.
All right.
Peace.
All right, guys. I want to thank Rico Rants. I am going to cut the video off here. Thank you for watching, and guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Take us away, Richard. All right, there we go.
What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
Yeah, I'm probably afraid of that, because then people don't hate each other, then people start talking to each other, and then they start talking to each other, they find out who's the problem.
Which is?
Greedy people.
Greedy. I have a couple things I want to ask you there. Do you really think that some of the guys that you dealt with at NBC, no names, right? Because there's lawsuits for that too, that some of these guys really want to promote racism actively, or is it a subconscious?
I just think it's part of capitalism, is to promote racism, right? In order to make things work. If you feel better because you're white and you can get a job, you use that. I mean, I would.
Absolutely.
Say, I'm sorry, Jack, but shit, they say I'm white. I'm going to use this.
Right, absolutely.
Get this job. I'm hungry, But, and that separates people. So they keep people separated, and that keeps them from thinking about the real problem. That's as simple as I see it. Probably it's not that simple, but...
Now, all right, you and I are about the same age, right? We're in our mid-30s. How long is it going to take before guys who think like you, and I say guys who think like me, people who don't want to have racism in the country, people who don't want to be oppressing any minority, whatever it is, sexual, whatever minority, really get into positions of power and can change things.
You can't get in a position of power, it seems, if you think like that. It seems that the only time you get in a position of power is if you're like the people that are in power. To me, I mean, that's the way it goes. I mean, people that get to become executives become like the people that were already executives.
I don't know, maybe...
They go in with good intentions, but it eats them up. It's like a cesspool, you know, it just gets on you and it starts
the system
eating.
levels them.
Pretty soon it's
Is
all
that
gone.
what a cesspool sounds like?
Yes.